right, man, let's crank this shit up real quick. So, the loser bitches are out here in droves because Megan Thee Stallion shut down the internet yesterday. Basically stating that her Klay's arranged relationship is no longer. And they got all the loser bitches losing their minds. I'm not gonna get on here and just like, celebrate a woman. First of all, I really wish people would keep their relationships to themselves, man, and move more in silence and more strategic, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to who they dealing with. But when you date, that's why it's important not to deal with a woman that loves attention, you know what I'm saying? All women like attention, you know what I'm saying? But if a woman when y'all going through something, she goes directly to the internet with y'all shit. That should be a red flag or a turn off, and then it should be grounds for y'all no longer depending on what it is, y'all no longer dealing with each other. So you gotta respect the women that don't bring the bullshit to the internet, because that's a lost art in today's time. Any little inconvenience when women like to run to the fucking internet and tell the whole world what the fuck going on and all that other shit. So, yeah, let's get into this shit. Because it seems like everybody has an opinion. Let's go to why I believe a lot of people have disdain for Megan Thee Stallion. Let's start with this young lady real quick.
Meg Thee Stallion thought that because she has money and she's at the top of the rap game, that her body count all of a sudden does not matter. And it does. And I think that that's why Klay Thompson did not commit or take Meg seriously. Like I've been trying to tell you guys, body count does matter. Now, if you look at the list of people that Meg have been with, it's at least 10 dudes since she's been in the rap game. Now, not including the bodies that she's caught before getting in the rap game, we're almost at 20 to 30 people if we're being realistic. So for Klay, which I don't think they should have been together anyway, you guys are mad at him because he did not want to commit to someone that he did not see as a high value woman. Okay, again, to some of us, Meg got money, Meg got the looks, Meg's got everything, so we might try to say she's a high value woman. But Klay has everything, if not more, than what Meg has. So in my eyes, I think that the body count, the way she presents herself and the way that she acts, and her high sexual nature is the reason why Klay did not want to be with Meg Thee Stallion. And if you really look at it too, that whole side chick thing just shows that Meg either has low self-esteem or, again, she's not a high value woman. She was a side chick to her friend's boyfriend. What kind of woman does that? And then got the man put in jail and lied and got the man put. So her morals, her ethics, everything is off about this woman. And I don't blame Klay for not wanting to wife her and be with her. You guys can be mad all you want. Looks can only get you so far, like I keep saying. And again, in Meg's case, it got her far enough, but it didn't get her that ring.
That's an interesting photo at the end.
Meg Thee Stallion thought that because she has money and she's at the top of the rap game, that her body count all of a sudden does not matter.
So, when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion, a lot of people feel like they don't like Megan because the whole Tory Lanez debacle and shit like that, and how she went about that shit, how she, was rapping all that real bitch shit. And then, instead of being real when it was time to be real, she got Tory, Tory locked up and shit like that. Which, Tory, I feel like, I said this before, but Tory Lanez got himself locked up, you know what I'm saying? Because, Well, this what I don't understand about y'all, bro. Like, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Megan. She got low character. She drink and she fuck all these different dudes and shit like that. But at the end of the day, once you associate yourself with a person and you sticking, you having sex with a person and you doing relationship shit with a person, you no longer have the right to like try to like whether you feel like you ain't have none of that shit going on, you ain't got the right to try to like try to tell somebody else about their shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you feel like that, why associate with that person in the first place? Like if I feel like you a thief and I don't like thieves, I shouldn't be hanging around you. So if you feel like a woman a hoe and you don't like hoes, whether she fine or not, and you want to, you just curious and you want to see, you cannot associate yourself with this person and then try to like bash them, after you associated yourself with this person. So I never got that shit, but like, some of you niggas got this shit bad. All right, moving right along. I thought this was an interesting. Let's go to Decode Dayton and see what he had to say.
We got a post here and it says, "Oops, the ladies are planning a mass cheat first campaign tonight in response to Klay Thompson cheating on Meg Thee Stallion, aka Marcus the Horse." So we have the audacity of one chick, Alexis Harris. Let's see what she has to say. "Attention, all hot girls. We are all cheating on our man tonight for Meg. Even when you lead a man to water, he still won't drink it. Cheat first." So we have this bird brain chick to tell all women, even if they're in a healthy relationship, to cheat on their man. For a bitch they don't even fucking know. And they act like Meg Thee Stallion will give a fuck about them if their man cheated on them. Now, like I say all the time on my page, I don't advocate for cheating, but some people gonna do that shit anyway. But for you to tell every single woman that loves Meg Thee Stallion, and that's their role model, to cheat on their man, just goes to show that you're all fucking stupid. And let's be real, we all knew that was gonna happen, cause who the fuck is Marcus the Horse? And for all the girls that say they hot girls are gonna be hot below the waist. Y'all coochie gonna be on fire if y'all take her advice. And I pray that her man sees this shit, Alexis Harris, and leaves her stupid trifling ass. So I got a post here and it says, "Oops, the ladies are planning a mass cheat."
Okay, so he had some valid points in there, but at the same time, this shit all boils down to shit is lame, bro. All this shit is lame. Get you a woman that ain't a fucking follower, bro. Like all these old followers, like I said, bro, these bitches is losers, bro. All these old followers, like willing to risk what you got going on in real life because a bitch that wouldn't even spit on you if you was on fire, you got some shit going on in her personal life. It's like loser bitch shit to me. That shit is loser shit, bro. Like one thing I don't agree with this gentleman, bro, is all the like name calling and shit like that, bro. Just make your point. You ain't got to do the Marcus the Horse shit and shit like that, bro. Like y'all niggas be taking shit too far. Let's see what Cam and Mace had to say though.
It's public. It started with Moneybag Yo, right? Then Tory Lanez. I'm looking at a list here. A rapper, Party Fontaines. Then you got, I don't know, Romeo Lemieux. Well, I'm saying his name wrong. He's with a soccer player. And Torrey Craig from the Chicago Bulls. Klay Thompson. Look.
And he was supposed to marry her? No, he wasn't supposed to marry her.
Okay,
that's the
wait.
list.
Wait. No, because I said why he crack his neck like that. But that's not, bruh.
Me?
No, Mace did. But now the question, I know you're not done with your take because I don't want to cut you off. When you read the list and he's saying no, like if everybody's list was plastered, what do you mean? Like,
no, that list goes like this. That list goes like this.
Can I finish what I have to say?
Go ahead, Cam. No, you're correct. You were talking. You're right.
Yeah. The whole thing about it is this, right? You're saying, Stat, What if everybody's list is plastered? That's the thing. Everybody's list is not plastered. So when you put up information public and people have opinion of what's going on because it's public, you can't get mad at people being opinionated because you have a public relationship. I just said this last time. I'm not sure if y'all wasn't here or where I said it. I said I would never do another public relationship because they always go with the girl, whether you're right or wrong and different anything else. Matter of fact, Mace was on because Mace said, I forget who he's talking about, but he's like, yeah, if so-and-so cheat, they be like the girl, if a girl cheat on a guy, another girl be like, well, what he do to make her do that? He may not have did nothing. He may not have did nothing. So when you sit there and be like, oh, our list is plastic, is it our fault? Nobody's sitting around digging, looking for Party Fontaine and the soccer player and the Chicago Bulls dude and everybody else. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying Megan's right or wrong or anything else. I'll take it past this. One of the best, and I'm not even putting Megan Stallion in the same category. I'm telling you this somewhere totally, but it's public. It started with Moneybagg Yo, right?
Okay.
Then Tory Lanez. I'm looking at them.
So I feel like, when your relationships are on public display, you leave a lot of people to have opinions about what you have going on. Megan know that she shouldn't be dealing with all those different guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you know, though that shit catches up to you. That shit is, that shit becomes you. People use that shit against you. And, I know it ain't fair, but, life ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to do one more. Let's do one more. And we're going to get out of here. Right here. I think this pretty much like sums everything up right here. Let's go.
So we all know about the Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson breakup, and a lot of men are happy about it and a lot of women are infuriated. I wanted to calmly explain to you guys why some men like myself are not exactly in support of Megan Thee Stallion. First and foremost, she's not a girl's girl. You guys champion this woman, but yet she screwed half of her best friend's flings, from allegedly Ben Simmons to Tory Lanez.
It comes to a point where alcohol takes over and you become a different person. It's time to let that shit go. Everybody's lives that night change.
Like, how is that a girl's girl? If Megan Thee Stallion was your friend, she probably would screw your man. These are documented. I'm not making it up. Secondly, we all know that she lied on national television saying that she didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
But a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez, yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
When we all know that was a lie. And then in turn, allegedly sent this black man to jail, knowing that he was not the one that shot her.
That he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times.
This is why men have a problem with her. Thirdly, she glorifies the hot girl, 304, do what you want, be a goddamn hoe out in the street lifestyle. What has that ever got anybody? Name me one successful hoe in the history of niggerdom that retired on top of the hoe charts and lived a long, prosperous, illustrious life. Okay. And then 4, she's probably the main reason why Donald Trump is the president right now, because she made the goddamn Democratic Party look like Magic City instead of a goddamn legitimate presidency.
Keep loving your body, you know who to vote for. Hey.
See, men don't hate Megan Thee Stallion. We hate what she stands for. She stands for whole shit. She stands for not discipline. She stands for dishonesty. She stands for unaccountability. The crimes that she has committed to black men are egregious. So anytime that a brother gets one up on her, we're going to cheer. So I hope that you guys can understand where our contempt is with this young lady and stop saying that we hating on her. No, her writers are very good. Her music sounds great. I know some of the guys that wrote some of her raps, they do a great job. But this woman has yet to take accountability for all of the chaos that she has caused in men's lives, and quite frankly, numerous amount of alleged bodies in the industry that she's made over the last couple of years. So no, would you want your daughter acting like Megan Thee Stallion? And if the answer is no, I'm saying that men are hating on Megan and understanding why we have a tiny little issue with how she operates. Okay? Now, I said that untriggered. Y'all can argue in the comments. Get ugly money. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We on average do about 80 million views per month on this page. If you want to go viral and get your product, your business, or your service in front of millions, DM the word viral.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit at the end of the day. That ain't my woman to be caring about that shit like that. But, you know, Megan do, you know, she do, you know, done a lot, you know. Ain't nobody perfect, bro. We all, you know, fuck up out here, but at the same time, bro, like, you know, people got the right to feel how they want to feel about a person. They say, this a throwback when Klay got fed up. Yeah. It just never, like, you know, it never made sense, bro. Them two being together, you know, they two totally different, you know, personalities. Klay more like reserved, laid back, chill. Megan more out there in your face, like, you know, raunchy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know they say opposites attract, but I think, like, Klay was just brought in to try to clean up Megan's image a little bit, and it sucks that she's going to capitalize out for this relationship with people feeling sorry for her. But, you know, hey, that's what sells. You know, happiness don't sell, drama sells. That's why people like to hear about sad shit and, you know, all that, you know, drama filled ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. That's my thoughts on the situation, you know. Hey, nobody wins. Nobody wins, man. But yeah. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Get in the comment section, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Burke, aka some more and some more. And I'm finna go take my ass to sleep because I'm tired. I'm out of here. 100.